Fantastic Four issue 23 finds the city of New York overtaken by the Cotati as the Kree-Skrull Alliance battle the plant aliens in the street. Some humans call for the Alliance to help them, but the aliens don't take any notice of them. But luckily, the Fantastic Four arrive, with Wolverine and Spider-Man keeping the Cotati busy while Franklin and Val scout the area ahead. Franklin reminds the heroes to go easy on the killing, but Wolverine knows that that's what he's best at and it's all he does, as Peter thinks he should try talking with the plants, who call for the death of all meat things. Val introduces herself to the Alliance soldiers, who know that since she is the daughter of Reed Richards, she can speak. Val says that they are looking for Jo-Venn, which the Kree knows very well, but they haven't seen him. Franklin asks about the Dark Harvest, learning that they are celestial assassins of the Priest of Pama, and they are nearby in the battle zone. The team head off to Alchemex, wondering why the Dark Harvest would ever attack that building. Talking with one of the surviving security guards, they learn the plant ninjas were indeed there, looking for something. Wolverine knows that they are wasting time as Spider-Man talks about how he and Peter Parker once owned the building under their failed Parker Industries endeavor. Franklin and Val meanwhile investigate the area, and Val learns the ninjas stole a neutronic wave front inducer, knowing exactly what they are going to make, as at the Pama Priest Temple, the lead priest contacts Sequoia, telling them that the Omni-Wave Projector is complete. Qui is pleased that the Dark Harvest has served him well, as the priest says that the device is ready to go thanks to Jo-Venn's entire mind being filled with the millennium of hatred between the Kree and Skrulls, so soon the Cotati's enemies will be fighting one another. Qui is most pleased, knowing the priest will be rewarded, and welcomes them to join the Cotati at their side. The priest begins the test, demanding Jo-Venn open his mind, forcing the boy to remember his people's history and how the Kree were abducted by the Skrulls, forced to compete in sick games of death with the Cotati. The Kree soon survive the games, killing the Cotati and then the Skrulls, claiming the prize for themselves, a prize that allowed the Kree to start the war. The power of the boy's memories explode from the rooftops as nearby the Kree-Skrull forces begin feeling the effects, arguing with one another. Back on Yancey Street, Nakala awakens screaming Jo-Venn's name. Alicia asks if she's okay, hoping the girl will speak to her since she can't read the monitors. Skye reassures her that she's okay, saying Nakala's screaming woke her up as well, knowing Alicia really does care for the girl. Alicia knows that she needs her, and she doesn't know why, but she feels a connection between them. Skye knows that there was a secret the girl told Alicia, but Alicia refuses to tell it. Skye, however, is revealed to be Nakala, who finds Alicia honorable for not telling the secret, saying that she needs to go and help the others. Shifting back into Skye, Nakala leaves as the real Skye begins to awaken, alerting Alicia. The Fantastic Four meanwhile build a device to combat the transmitter Val knows the Dark Harvest are building to transmit something across the galaxy. Wolverine tells Franklin to stop beating himself up since that won't get Jo-Venn back. The boy says he feels so useless, but Logan tells him to focus and to get ready for round 2, since that's when they will show the ninjas that he's an Omega level mutant and the biggest gun this side of Krakoa. Franklin says that there is a war raging right now for the fate of the universe and his family is stuck in the middle of it, and he should be there where it counts, but instead he's babysitting 2 kids and he can't even do that right. Alicia soon contacts him, telling him Nakala escaped the house and she's coming to help them, but she is injured. Logan knows that they will find her as Val reveals that she found a signal that's Kree in origin, but it's fading fast and she wasn't fast enough to track it. Luckily, Logan is an expert tracker, knowing the Skrull girl was headed in their direction, and since she's got some special bond with Jo-Venn, they can track them both thanks to the blood he finds nearby, giving him her scent. The Dark Harvest meanwhile finished their successful test, knowing soon they shall destroy all Kree and Skrulls with their own histories. Oak, however, knows that it would be better if they had the Skrull child as well, angering the priest, who suddenly notices one of his disciples trying to rip Jo-Venn from the crystal. The priest has Bladed Leaf smash the disciple down, revealing that it was actually Nakala in disguise. Nakala is taken by the ninjas, sealed inside a crystal beside Jo-Venn, who demands to know why she is there after he tried to kill her. Nakala says that she had to try since he's everything to her thanks to her existence being about destroying him. The priest celebrates his victory, knowing it's time for their sacred plans to finally bloom, and now the Omni-Wave Projector will fill every Kree and Skrull mind with nothing to stop them. The Fantastic Four soon arrive, attacking the plant ninjas, with Wolverine and Spider-Man taking out Oak and Creeping Vine. Val and Franklin land the Fantastica, taking out the other ninjas, but the priest says that that they are too late as he activates the projector, transmitting the millennia-old hatred of the Kree and Skrulls to every member of the races in the galaxy. In New York, Wakanda and the Alliance command ship, the Kree and Skrulls battle one another as the priest proclaims that this is the end of the two hateful and evil races and the rise of the Cotati and the Celestial Messiah, who is reaping their rewards. As Wolverine battles the priest, telling him to turn off the device, the heroes learn that it cannot be stopped. But Val tells the children to remember the arena and how they had to fight and refight every battle of the war, and how the only thing that stayed a constant in their battles was the kids, and that they were both experiencing the same thing as the other. Franklin tells Jo-Venn that that's how they broke free, by working together, and they don't have to live their pasts, but be their own future. The Kree and Skrull children manage to change the effect of the weapon by working together, causing the Kree and Skrulls to forget their age-old battles, instead causing them to unite and to push the Cotati back. Sequoia isn't happy, demanding to know what the Harvesters have done as the priest asks for forgiveness, but Qui refuses, capturing the priest in his vines as plants explode from the ninjas, killing them all. With the Dark Harvest destroyed, the Fantastic Four free Jo-Venn and Nakala, who is worried Wolverine is going to stab her again, but the mutant says that from now on, if she needs anything, she can call him, since he owes her one. The kids say that they owe the Fantastic Four, saying that they are all in their debt, especially Franklin and Val, since while their whole family freed them from the fighting pits, it was the two children who saved them today. Spider-Man knows that they all did a good job, but Franklin knows that the Avengers and the rest of the Fantastic Four are out fighting the war, so they only did their part in the war. Val asks the kids what they want to do now, and Akala wants to go visit this Disneyland they talked about before, so Wolverine says the kids can have whatever they want. Fantastic Four issue 23 was a great cap off to the Empyre tie-ins for this series and a great lead into the new status quo for members of the Fantastic family. This issue was a nice expansion to scenes we got to see in the final Empyre issue, even showing exact same scenes with the same dialogue, which I thought was pretty cool considering usually when events do that sort of stuff with the same scene playing out in different issues, sometimes you get dialogue that's different since it's different writers and everything, but here it's all of the same. Wolverine and Spider-Man were really welcome stand-ins as teammates to the Fantastic Four, and as I said before, I'd love Wolverine to keep that blue suit since it looks really great and it would actually match up with Cyclops' blue suit pretty well. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the two Kree and Skrull children now that they are in the care of the Grimms, and hopefully they stick around in the ongoing. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.